Welcome to the new stage of history. Soul Calibur 6.
Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Zero to Hero. I'm of course well-dressed Jen. Zero to Hero is of course a podcast talking about anything in the fighting game community, which these first couple episodes is going to be talking about just getting into the fighting game community, like what drives people, what drives me specifically, and I'm here to just spark the discussion of just what keeps us competing, what keeps us trying, and that goes into today's topic of what makes it fun for you guys. So you know, guys, I want you guys to talk to me. You know, what do you guys find fun about playing a fighting game that you wish to compete in? Is it, you know, it being fun is the major factor, at least for me, when it comes to competing in a fighting game. If I don't really have fun playing a fighting game or just anything in general, I generally don't try to stick with it. I try to give everything a chance, but if I don't have any interest in it at first, I try not to force myself onto something that I'm not really the biggest fan of. But maybe I'll try and give it a chance in due time, whether it be a day, a week, a month, or even a year after the last time I sat down and just tried it. Whether it be anything from music, or a fighting game, essentially, or a new video game. But, like I said, to get the discussion going, I have to wonder, what do you guys find fun when it comes to a new fighting game? Going back to previous episodes, is it a certain character that you like? Like, do you enjoy playing as a certain character because of their look, their playstyle? Personally, when it comes to a new fighting game, I just enjoy just breaking it down piece by piece, learning everything about it, learning all the different mechanics. Like if it's like cross tag or something, like how did the assists work? Same with the crossover games, like team-based games like Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Blazing Cross Tag. How do the assists works? How is the team structure working? Like, do I need to have a point battery and a anchor? Can I run triple anchor, do things like with X Factor and stuff? Things like that. One-on-one fighters like Street Fighter or Tekken. I'm thinking can I get far with more than one character? Do I have to focus on one character? How does things like sidestepping? What are the different stances for each character? Like things like that. I like learning all the different mechanics, whether just how everything works, to the neutral, to punishing, to combos, to even just trying to get as many titles or other collectibles that the game offers. You know, like the player icons and such. Some even have quotes or titles that they put underneath for your online persona, essentially. But it's the major thing that I like is it's just fun for me just to keep playing the new fighting game, to learn as much as I can. And along with that, this is what keeps me competing, essentially. I kind of just in order to make this a long story short, it's the idea of one more game. This isn't over yet. Let's keep playing, that sort of deal. So just think of it like this. It's like you're a kid again. You're playing the newest multiplayer new fighting game where there's a clear winner, essentially. You can compete in it. Your neighbor, a friend, or even a sibling sees you and they ask if they can play with you. Two of you are going back and forth, they're taking games, opponents now taking games, some are close, some are very clear, there are very clear winners, you're both getting frustrated, you're both having a good time, you guys are trading off showboating and bragging rights after some games. You all are still playing so many games that minutes become, 5 minutes become 10 minutes, 10 minutes become 30 minutes, 30 minutes becomes an hour, 1 hour becomes 2. Eventually, it's time for dinner, time for you guys to put the controller down. You don't really want to stop. You just don't. You want to keep playing. So you say what most kids say when it's time for them to stop. One more? And sometimes you'll get that one more, sometimes you won't. I know this sounds like a little bit of a tangent for you guys, but just bear with me. But let's say instead of time running out, your opponent decides to just do something else, got bored, or whatever it may be, but you want to keep playing, and you don't want to lose as much as much next time. You keep playing more and more, and you keep trying to refine your skill. You go into like, whether it be a fighting game, you learn how to do like a certain combo. Let's say, I'm just gonna pretend like, it's like since I'm like from the 90s, I guess. The internet wasn't really like readily available, so you couldn't like watch like movies, not videos on like certain combos and stuff. You're just experimenting. You're going through all the commands. You're noticing like what launches. I'm using like I guess like Tekken more as an example. You're seeing what chains into what goes into that, essentially. But the next time you eventually face off against each other, you manage to practice a lot more. Your opponent probably has not, but you're winning more and more, and clearly you're doing the best out of the two of you. Then your opponent starts training and practicing their skills. They're trying different characters, and so are you. And eventually it gets to you two just keep trying to refine your skills, whether it be head-to-head or just by yourselves at different times in training mode. Or even in this day and age, just practicing through online. Whatever it may be, the biggest thing that keeps fighting games fun for me, after learning everything for myself, is just simply bodying people and getting bodied yourself. The major thing that I enjoy, that what makes fighting games for me, is competition. Like sometimes meeting like new opponents, essentially. I kind of like look at this like how Ryu looks at fighting in general. He doesn't want fame, fortune. He doesn't want recognition and stuff. He just wants to keep on traveling the world and keep fighting as many people as he can, having good matches, having good fights, and that's kind of how I am with me. How I am with fighting games, rather. I just want to keep playing. When I have fun with a fighting game, like I want to just I just feel a connection to it. That's the major thing with me. I just feel like I can connect to the fighting game. I don't know how. It's like I kind of just like sit down. It's like, oh, I can do this. Like I can keep doing this. Like whether it be like I'm just linked to my cat. Like I feel like a link, I guess, to my character, or whether or not I just like how the game plays. That's the first step. But what keeps me going is the ability that like there's always someone better than me. There's always going to be someone who makes it a challenge, and even if I am the best, there are probably going to be there are going to be people that are going to be better than me, or even provide me a challenge. Like, I don't want to. This is going to sound like really cocky, but like, I kind of want to just make it easy. Essentially, I don't, like I want to be able to just like keep the challenge going, but at the same time, in order to keep the challenge going, I'd have to make it easier for myself. I'm kind of getting jumbled over my words, but trust me, it makes sense to me. But, that's all I really have to say right now when it comes to what makes it fun. At least for me, that is just the endless amount of like just playing, training, and just the ability of just wanting to get better. The ability of what the idea of one more, like let's keep trying, let's keep going. The idea of one more match, the idea of let's come back to this harder, let's strike the brick harder than we can, Anyway, guys, now that I managed to get through the talking part here, it's time to analyze some more Soul Calibur ranked gameplay, guys. Alrighty, so we're tuning into the end of this game right now. This was a really fun match, actually. I love just playing Siegfried in Soul Calibur 6. Connection was pretty good from what I remember and from what I'm seeing. This guy is playing, like, what I like about this game is that you can definitely, like, there's like a lot of personality when it comes to like different fighters and stuff. Like here seeing my playstyle is very like in your face and stuff. We managed to trade Barrier Burst there, and I managed to grab the first game, but it's not over yet. I think this was a full set, like 2-1, I believe I take this. So we're gonna go into the next round. So starting off with the first round, the major thing I'm seeing right now is that we're both kind of just swinging at each other. This guy has like a lot of a lot better confirms with Siegfried, while I'm just going for like kind of stray hits, and it is really paying off for him right now. He's also using a lot of stance cancels and such. I'm kind of just going for like super gimmicks and stuff. Like, yeah, everyone has a gimmick at this game, but that is the major. But like that's like the difference in this right now. Like you can see him, he like keeps finishing that string, that wall rising A, and I'm canceling the first hit into stance to try and get to keep the pressure going. So right there, unfortunately, he took the first round. He took the first round here. I'm kind of just like sidestepping a lot. The major thing that he should be doing, ooh, that is not good. There's some lag. There's a lag spike right there. Is that we're doing a lot of vertical attacks. We're not doing that many horizontal attacks to stuff it out. We're kind of just like pressing a lot of like just horizontal, a lot of B when and a lot of us are just sidestepping to get away from it. So right now I get hit by a wake up super. I get hit by not a wake up super, just a random super, and it does work. We kind of just stand there. Oh, because I'm probably like getting really tilted about like the lag here, so I'm kind of just mashing reversal edge, hoping that something happens. I managed to get. I actually could close up the round there if I just used a BBB out of the stance that I get thrown into there. But I managed to answer back with a game of my own, with a round of my own. Again, just a lot of just like heavy swinging. I try to play like a lot of game of my turn, your turn. Major thing that I'm like noticing I'm not doing against this guy is that I'm not trying to go for. I'm not going for as many guard impacts, probably because of the lag. I'm seeing a lot more lag spikes than usual in this. I'm not sure if this is only in the first game. I try to bring it back here, but I'm pretty sure I lose I lose that rock paper scissors reversal edge there because he used vertical. I use horizontal. Vertical beats horizontal. So he answers with a break attack immediately at the beginning. I think I get wrung out here actually. Like, ooh, this is really man. Like, why'd I keep the why'd I rematch this? This was really laggy. But unfortunately, I lose. Just immediately try to run it back, and I don't. Yeah, so I'm like going through these as not as live, but like just trying to like just look back at. Oh my goodness! I think I know what next episode's topic's gonna be, but again, I'm just trying to throw out as many like launchers. He's going for like a lot of moves with a really long windup, so I'm just trying to space him out and just hit him with that. So I know I can sidestep that now. That's duckable. I'm trying to just call him out with just guard impacts and such, but it's not really working. I think I'm trying to end this as like fast as possible because I really don't want to play in this match, this connection. So I'm just kind of just like trying to clip everything we can. So I managed to get round 3, and I think I'm like praying to God, like, do not take this to round 5. Like, don't, like, let me just take this game. I want to get out of this connection. I'm trying to, like, I think I'm just trying to get a quick ring out as fast as possible, or as many counter hits as possible. But we're both just endlessly swinging right now, and yeah, he's trying to just, like, take advantage of, like, the lag. I try to take advantage of the lag right there, too. And I think this is going to be it right here, this reversal edge. No, it's not. Oh my goodness. And that's going to be the match. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching so much. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for watching. And I'd like to once again dedicate this episode to Stan Lee, a very legendary hero in of our generation and the past generations from it. I guess to say the very least, thank you for just sparking creativity in so many other people. Thank you for having these heroes that we can look up to, and thank you for just being so personable to the point that even though millions of people didn't know you personally, that we still got to know you personally, that we managed to know just who you are with your, like, I guess, outgoing, easygoing personality. And I hope you rest in peace, man. All I can really say right now is, as much as I don't want to kind of just like dwell on the fact that you're gone, the major thing I can confidently say is to go up and beyond, upward and onward to greater glory. Excelsior. Thank you for being the biggest hero out of all the heroes that you've created. Enough said.